There's a code on this machine that doesn't mag you. 415, engine oil pressure shutdown level. Engine off. By the time that's on your screen, the argument's already over. So let's start where it's still winnable. Startup checks first, not the sticker version. The version that decides whether this machine sees 10,000 hours. Before the key, walk a slow lap. You're not inspecting. You're comparing today's machine to yesterday's. Wet where it was dry. That's the whole test. A stain under the lift cylinder is information. Leaks don't announce themselves. They show up as a shine on a hose you walk past 200 times. Tires or tracks, Bobcat wedges seated, nothing hanging where it should be bolted. 30 seconds, honestly. Then fluids, cold, level ground before anything heats up. Hot readings lie, and you'll believe them. Engine oil, coolant, hydraulic fluid, fuel. The manual lists exact capacities. Don't guess from another machine. Now the cab. Seat belt, seat bar. Half your hydraulics won't wake up without it, and that's deliberate. The machine wants to know somebody's actually sitting there before it hands over any real power. Key on, don't crank, watch the display run its self-check. This is the free diagnostic nobody uses. Whites sweep up, lights go out, anything still lit is the machine telling you before you asked. See a code here, write it down. 3.9 is battery voltage low, 3.14 is battery voltage extremely low. Different conversations. One's a tired battery, the other is often a connection you can find with your hands. Crank it. Cold oil moves like syrup out of the fridge. It doesn't want to go anywhere yet. So idle. Actually idle, not idle while you lift something. The oil has to reach everywhere first. Watch oil pressure. 4.9 low, 14 extremely low, 4.15 shutdown level. That's a staircase going down. You only get to walk down it once before the machine takes the decision away from you. Coolant climbs the same way. 8.10 high, 8.11 extremely high, 8.15 shutdown level. None of those arrive from nowhere. They arrive after a radiator screen you meant to blow out Thursday. And here's the one everyone ignores because it sounds harmless. 722, hydraulic oil temperature out of range, low. Cold oil. The machine's saying it isn't ready, right as you're about to ask for full pressure. So habit 1, cycle lift and tilt slowly, no load, until the oil is actually moving warm. Not for comfort. Factory pressure test is specified with fluid at 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 Celsius. That's the temperature this system was measured at. Cold, everything reads wrong and everything moves stiff. So how long do you warm it isn't a stopwatch answer. It's until the controls stop feeling notchy. 2 minutes every start. That alone separates the 3,000-hour machine from the one still working at 10. If that just changed how your morning goes, that's exactly what this channel is for. Stick around. Now the controls nobody explains. The pedals and levers are obvious. What's underneath them isn't. 2-speed first. It's not a gear you leave in. It's a range you pick for the ground. High range for flat, hard, and far. Low range for anything where you need push instead of pace. The machine watches it. 5047 is 2-speed error ON. 5048 is 2-speed error OF. 2 codes, 1 circuit stuck on or not responding. The system checks both directions of failure. Steering matters more than people think. This machine has a front steer mode and a 4-wheel steer mode. Those aren't the same machine. Solenoids change which wheels get commanded, and the turn changes with them. 4-wheel steer for tight spaces. Front steer when you want the back end staying predictable. Switching mid-move is how people scuff tires and startle themselves. Stop, select, then go. Now the pedals. And this is the part almost nobody knows is even adjustable. Your travel pedal and brake pedal are sensors. They get calibrated, and they can lose that calibration. 53 is travel pedal not calibrated. 56 is brake pedal not calibrated. 5042 reverse PWM not calibrated. So when it creeps or feels dead for the first inch of travel, that may be calibration, not wear. People live with that for years. They adapt their foot the way you learn a door that sticks. The pedal signals get watched separately too. 51 and 52 travel, 54 and 55 brake. Those are different faults from not calibrated. The manual says what each one points at. Don't assume. Wheel speed 2, 59 and 5010 front, 5011 and 5012 rear. Named specific, checkable. Then the brake circuit. 5049 brake coil, error, ON. 5050 brake coil, error, ON. 5050 brake coil, notch signal. No signal isn't error. One means the machine heard something wrong. The other means it heard nothing. Auxiliary hydraulics next, where attachments live and where the expensive mistakes usually start. There's a front auxiliary circuit and a high-flow circuit, and the machine has a code for each solenoid. 26.2 front base solenoid error ON, 27.2 front rod solenoid error ON, 29.2 high flow solenoid error ON. Base and rod, the two ends of a cylinder. The machine names them separately for a reason. 1221 is front auxiliary PWM switch, out of range high. That's your thumb control, not the hydraulics. Which matters because fixing a switch looks nothing like fixing a solenoid or chasing a pump. And every attachment has a flow requirement. The manual lists this machine's flow figures. Match them first. There's also a front auxiliary manual pressure bleed-off valve, and it exists for one very specific morning. Couplers that won't connect aren't a strength problem. You're pushing against trapped oil with nowhere to go. Now the habits. These decide the hours, not the repairs. And the first one costs you nothing. Stop holding functions against the stops. Every circuit has a relief valve, and relief means heat. Curl the bucket all the way and keep pulling. The oil goes over the relief and comes back as temperature. Tilt port relief, here's set at 4060 psi, 280 bar. Lift port relief, 3335 psi, 230 bar. Those aren't places you're meant to visit. That's the ceiling that catches you when something goes wrong. Ride the ceiling all day and you're cooking oils, seals, and hoses at once, for no work done. Habit 2, let the machine push. Don't ram it. Momentum into a pile is a shock load, not effort. Hydraulics take steady pressure beautifully. Spikes, much worse. That's what the anti-cavitation reliefs are there to catch. Habit 3, treat heat as a real gauge. Hydraulic temperature climbing means some circuit is fighting you. There's a charged circuit quietly holding it together. Relief set at 3117 to 3044 psi, 215 to 205 bar. Charge pressure is the fridge you only notice when it stops. Lose it and the drive system starves. There's a front drive charge pressure check port on this machine so you can measure instead of argue. Habit 4, never clear a code you don't understand. 3128 is interrupted power failure. That's a story. Clearing it blind is pulling the battery out of the smoke detector chirping at 2 in the morning. Habit 5, service it on jack stands placed on the frame. The manual gives the exact placement points. Lift arms held up by hydraulics are held up by oil, and oil is held by a seal. Habit 6, relieve pressure before opening anything. Pressurized hydraulic fluid doesn't spray on you, it injects. In the pressure settings themselves, charge, port reliefs, pilot, that's authorized service work. A wrong adjustment causes real injury. So here it's, warm it before you work it. Read the codes instead of clearing them. Stay off the relief valves. Keep the pedals calibrated. Pick your range and steering mode before moving, not during. None of that's skill. It's sequence. And sequence is the whole difference between a tired machine and a trusted one. Next up, reading the rest of that factory code table without guessing your way into a wrong part. The exact specs are in the service manual linked below. Like this if it saved you a guess, and subscribe for daily diagnostics.